What's up? What's up? Jeff, David, NVBASS here. Um, Wanted to do kind of an introduction here with you guys and really, just a actual introduction. I know the boat video was kind of a random drop, but it seemed like something that would help somebody out there if it actually reached them. And, what a better way to just get things going. First things first, I'm Jeff Hand, born here, and just
David Valentine. I was born in California and lived here in Reno for the last 15 years or so. So I kind of consider myself a transplant here, but also kind of consider myself a local at the same time anymore.
yeah, he's got the local pass. I've been here my whole life, and we know the difference between locals and non-locals, and anybody who's putting work in the community, you got to give them a free pass. I will say, if there's anybody, I work with the guy, so that says a lot. Man, who are we? What do we do? Like I said, I'm Jeff Hand. I grew up here, Reno, Nevada. This is really, a place I really wanted to thrive, and over the years, I'm sure it's the same everywhere else. I don't know what state you're in, but here in Nevada, like things have gotten really expensive. I mean, I'm talking almost double to live here, and we're finding every way possible to just make things work. So that way, we're able to cohabitate. We're still able to go fishing. We're able to go wheeling. Do car shows. Just the things that we like to do. We're guys, we're out trying to be outside. We're out walking the dog. I mean, just the regular stuff. Most people are out doing, and when gas is so expensive, you have a hard time getting to the dog park. It questions what you're gonna do. But we're here making it, and this is what we're doing. And hopefully, 2026, we can provide you guys some killer content. And what I want to do, and with my friends here, and obviously my pops, he's my co-angler. I want to provide real cuts, like this right here. There's going to be no editing to a lot of these videos until we actually really start figuring this out. We're really new to this, and I know a lot of people who put out content for years when it comes to fishing, comes to hunting, just the stuff that we really embody ourselves in. So I wanted to take a different approach and see if we can't grasp, the reality of how we like to do things.
Yeah, all the uncut stuff and just, all the behind the scenes stuff that nobody else ever really gets to see. You see a lot of people that show you all the goods, but you never really see the bads or anything else like that happens. So to just provide some uncut content and just be 100% truthful with you guys and straightforward, why not? Why not start in a better place?
And there's nothing wrong with how people put out their content. I have no problem with watching people having perfect fishing trips. But let me tell you, for the guys out that are still putting out the real content, when your wheel bearing breaks, and you're taking a day off of work and you're just trying to sneak out, and oh man, or when your steering breaks in the middle of a tournament, like
man.
There's been so many crazy things to happen. But we never gave up. I will tell you one thing. Like watching this guy in the middle of a tournament go back to the ramp with his dad and get some ropes just so they could steer that motor and finish out a tournament strong. That's
some unforgettable memories right there.
And you'll never be able to tell me who's got some dedication and who doesn't, because that's real, like 100% real. And more than that, guys, like this isn't a brag. Like I said, we're going to try and put out the real stuff, and we're not going to try, we're going to do it. And whoever wants to help us out along the way, I completely encourage it. If that's something you can do, there's advice you can give us. Shoot, if you're just going to come on to our page and hate, by all means, I don't care. That's what we're here for. And if that's what you're good at, everybody's good at something. So by all means, I think one reason that you guys would enjoy watching us, other than it's going to be real, it's just, if you're already here, you already know the majority of the stuff that we do: fishing, auto mechanics, or just vehicle repair, whatever you want to call it, and just being outdoors. Three main things. Like
enjoying all the good aspects of life,
Exactly.
Just here to have a good time while we're here.
And more than that, like those are things that I think inspire the soul of most men. Every guy has a hobby. Every guy has something that they really like to do.
Everyone's got their niche and what they enjoy to do. We happen to find some common ground in what we like to do,
and there's nothing wrong with any of that. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've never had an incredibly fast car, but I know what it feels like to burn down a drag strip, or catch a ride in a drift car. That stuff is super exciting. So like, all you guys, props. Oh yeah, like do it. Like we've done Rubicon.
Out exploring nature and just
amazing.
Getting in touch with Mother Nature,
Absolutely, but and more than that, like testing the abilities of our builds.
Yep.
Like I think that's something that.
And more than that, even just testing the abilities of ourselves at the same time,
Oh shoot, you couldn't be
put
more.
Ourselves and
couldn't be more right.
How many situations I could have gone, just incredibly terrible, and just to still come out with a smiling face at the end and enjoy every minute of it. It's just stuff you can't beat, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And getting into it with some of your closest homies and with you guys now too. We're excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, I'm really. This is something for probably close to 4 years that I've had multiple people ask why we don't put out footage, especially of my dad and me. Like, I don't know. I maybe it's just it is very actually kind of time consuming.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this is a lot of stuff that there's so much. I mean, I want to do a basic like how to jump into fishing video here soon. We kind of talked about that. You said you were willing to help me with that.
Yeah,
and just I don't want people to come on here and think that once we do an introduction of our boats and just our gear and stuff and how we like to fish, we have no sponsors. We literally work for ourselves. So we run Auto Solutions in Reno, Nevada, and the community has blessed us with enough work to where we're able to tournament fish. And I think right there that in itself, to have that trust of the community and be able to survive where it's extremely expensive, like California numbers almost. I know California is probably more expensive in some spots, so don't quote me. But yeah, I think we're doing the right thing here. And more than that, we provide an honest service. So we're gonna provide some honest content. We're not gonna fake anything. And with that being said, like, I know we obviously we only have so many followers and so many people watching our content, which it's mostly the people I know on Facebook right now, and I love you guys and thank you. And hope, like you said, hopefully this goes somewhere and we can provide something cool for 26, more than just like we got Northern Nevada bass tournaments coming up. I'm gonna try and jump on some of the Orville Bassmaster stuff, and I'll provide content there. Just between the practices that we do, like I think that's some of the most wholesome stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how like. Where was your favorite place to go this year?
Shoot, man, I'd probably have to say when we went to Orville at the start of the year, just getting out there. I was on my old boat at that time, and just getting to go out there and really experience such a big body of water and just have.
No, that was different
have fun,
too,
man. Like it's different. You get out here to some of our local lakes. I know they're a little bit smaller, but you get out there on a lake that's 10, 15, 20 miles wide, and you're like, shoot, probably even bigger than that. And
probably.
It makes you feel like you feel so small, but you feel so blessed to be there. Like,
oh yeah, no, like the blessings to be there, because like Alex, I'm pretty sure who took you out there at the time, and me and Dad
went.
Like that was something that I definitely would like to experience next year, even though we got to do the boat inspection. I see Bass Union guys going up there. Shout out to y'all, super cool product. Hopefully one day we can, I can't wait to be able to go on a guided tour with you, man. Like that's something I'm super looking forward to here.
Definitely some of my favorite jigs on the market right now.
And my next thing I was going to say, I got a handful of your jigs. They're primo. I love them, especially in the Northern California lakes and some of our lakes here. I kind of have some stuff here that I really have dialed in, but man, I'll tell you what, if you guys ever get the opportunity, check out Bass Union on Facebook. And go on their website, like especially their website, because you can custom order their jigs.
Nice.
And get custom like the colors that you want.
That's cool.
Instead of just picking from whatever tackle warehouse or
selection they
wherever they have in stock. So
that's something I didn't even know.
I ended up getting a few last time, and in my mind, when you're more confident with what you're using, I think it makes it more confident and more you have a better day.
Yeah,
Usually
no,
you put more bass on the boat when you're confident with what you're using.
That's 80% of the battle out there on the water is just being confident in what you're throwing. When you've got confidence behind something and confidence in your spot, that's usually how you're going to produce and get some nice numbers and some nice fish to the boat.
Exactly, man. What's one lake you want to do next year, dude? What's something, other than Orville? I know we talked about Orville.
I think I really want to get back to Folsom next year. Folsom would be a cool one to get back to. Like I was saying, it's just such a big lake. And shoot, man, I remember me, you, and Alex, we all went out on the Sprint. Little 16.5-foot boat.
Oh, man. And that we still did work. Man, I think Rob went out with us too, no? Maybe he went out with us one? I swear he went out at least one time. Maybe not.
I know he's went out with us a few times.
We went out. I think we loaded it with 4 guys once, and that was a little boat to do that on. And Folsom's big, so it'd be nice, because he ended up getting my old 18-foot Triton when I financed that 20-footer this year, which that, with the help of my dad and grandma, why lie? They super blessed me with that ability to get that new rig so we could tournament fish comfortably with the dogs, because a lot of people, I know a lot of people that do know I bring the dogs.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna bring them.
I'll say that's probably one of my favorite parts of pulling up on you on the lake, dude. Just getting to see Huck and Penny and just see how good of a day you guys are having, and it's a super blessing getting to see you and your pops out there on the water together.
Likewise.
And like you said,
for sure, likewise.
In terms of your pops and your grandma helping you out, that helped you out, and me getting my new boat, just an 18-foot 98 Triton TR18, but. Man, it might be older, but I love that thing, dude.
It's a cool rig, man.
I can't wait to see.
We've put a lot of hours on that. I put a lot of personal hours even just by myself on that rig before you got it. Don't let the age fool you, man. I'm only at a 04. What's it gonna be, 26?
Hey, man,
it's all good, dude. Hey, listen, Triton. Listen, yo, we're here.
You guys see us out there.
See us. Wait till you see the hours we put in. Just wait, because so much of this was undocumented, and don't get me wrong. I know friends out there that put in way more hours than me, but I will say 2026 coming in, dude. It's there's going to be a different vibe and a different change. Especially with with a lot of things that we have unmentioned or between us. We don't want to. You never really count your chickens before they hatch, but we do have a lot of irons in the fire right now and a lot of good things for 26. So
a lot of good stuff coming up.
More than just content, personal stuff for our lives that we've been really working hard for over the past 5 years. And I think with our credit being right and just the numbers being right, I think we're in the right move to do what we do to get to the next stage. And
I agree with that 100%.
When work's right, fishing is right. Because we have absolutely zero sponsors. We've literally he's paid his own way for his tournament. I've paid my own way. I'm blessed enough that my dad's my teammate. We split, a lot of fuel. We'll split, like you guys split rooms and stuff. And, and back to that, I think one of my favorite lakes, I'm gonna have to go with Wild Horse, man.
Wild Horse was a cool one to check out.
Even though my
boat broke on it, it's still a super cool lake to check out.
Oh man!
I wish I would have had a little bit more steering there at the end, and got to actually explore the lake more, not just trolling motor around after a while. But
you didn't give up, dude. So you gotta give yourself more credit.
Yeah, still to even place 11th out of the top, just right out of the money to go to the championship round, dude. It's
and that's another thing.
In our first season doing this bass tournament stuff, dude. It's even just to finish one right out of the money is still such a huge blessing.
Literally 11th place for Northern Nevada, dude. You hear that, people? 11th, and I got 4th. This is something I've been dreaming about my entire life. Since watching this, Bassmasters as a kid, and this is just living in Northern Nevada. If it's such a hard dream to obtain, but it is possible. I literally. I say this so humbly. I look up to my brother Dante Ray. If there was any person that could physically show you the evidence that it's possible, that man can show you.
Oh yeah, man.
And you know what? The inspiration that he's brought, because he put us on. If it wasn't for him to linking me back with Travis at the beginning of the year, we'd still just be just
doing
fishing
it for fun,
And there's nothing wrong with that. I love fishing for fun, but I tell you what, if you ever get the chance to just try a local tournament and you have that competitive edge, just give it a shot, because it's so unexplainable how the mental, the physical, just everything,
Every
like
aspect
how
you can think of, it's
yes, it's so hard to explain. You have to
takes a
kind of
lot
just
out of
be
you.
there. But
But
once you do a few of them
Yeah.
and you start to enjoy them, man, it's like I can only imagine it's like how those guys play football and let
Oh,
you know
yeah.
their bodies get beat up in the game and
Yeah.
just because by the time like you know I remember that Elko trip, man. By the time
Oh,
I hit
yeah.
my room, like bro, I was out. I
wiped
didn't.
out.
It was one of those times like man, I'm staying another night before I drive home.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Me
That
and
was
Pops did the same thing too. Because like you, I'm blessed with the opportunity. I get to co-angle with my Pops as well too. You know, he comes out and splits stuff with me when he can, and we just go out there and make the best of what we got.
definitely grateful to have our dads, man.
Yeah, no,
That's for sure. I know a
definitely
lot of
got some
people
cool
out there.
Pops. Both of us.
They might not even have that option.
Yeah,
You know, especially because you know
just the way life
you're about to be
works
30, bro.
Yeah, dude,
You're about
30.
to kick over the hill, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Coming up on it.
Oh man, I'm about to be 40, dude. So half my life's gone, baby.
Just experience, man. That's all it is.
It is. But here we are, and I think 2026 is going to be a really good year for you and me. It's going to be a good year for this content stuff. Really, like I said, if there's anybody that wants to jump on board, because I'm going to call it right now. Like we're gonna make this happen, and I truly feel from over the years of watching YouTube, the most guys that make it doing the media stuff are the ones that are just being honest. They're putting out real content.
Yeah.
Like Ben Milliken, bro. I cannot wait till our page is big enough. I've been following you for years, man. Years, bro. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I got a Triton because of you. Well, no, not really. I've always wanted a Triton since I was a kid. I wanted a red Triton.
Cool
and really, you got my red Triton, but it's okay because my new boat is, she's beautiful, man.
She is, man.
That
she is a beauty.
I'm really, really, really so stinking grateful. And we got the GoPro mounts mounted, and that's going to be something we're going to figure out. And like more than just these short, 10, 15, 20 minute, whatever this has been, I have no idea. But this is going to be fun. And last, well, maybe not even last. We have these here. Got these little mini poles. I bought these a while ago, and shoot, I don't even know if I'm gonna be. It's gonna be kind of a challenge because I'm a lefty, but man, that's gonna be even funnier because I fish left.
It's gonna be cool to figure out. That's for sure.
But we got these little like look to the
micro
side
fishing
poles, and there's a handful of local ponds. We got some bigger bass where we're at. Like, if you don't know, I don't do a lot of pond hopping. We didn't this year because of the tournament stuff, but the past 4 years we really crushed the pond hopping, and I that's something I kind of want to try and invest more time back into. And springtime, we're gonna go out with these guys and try and get some. If it's silly or if it ends up being, whatever it becomes.
Bass on one of those pre-spawn.
Dude, well, I mean, seriously, David, that one, I bet that was close to a 5-pounder. That one you got
the one earlier in the year,
that was a good one.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. 775 Fishing. Go follow our fishing page, man. Like, his face is on there, and he's holding that one we're talking about, Pembroke. But that's going to be cool. We'll have to give Pembroke a try because that's I like Pembroke.
Yeah, Pembroke's a cool little spot. Sucks that they're building around Alexander now, but definitely have to see how
they haven't really got towards the pond yet, but it does like.
I've heard some.
Rob and I were talking that we think they're going to block it off for what they're building there and make it exclusive.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the city of Reno just stands strong. Otherwise, we have a handful of ponds.
Yeah, there's still
we
some.
Still got our
boats.
Yep. One lake. That I think I want to get most of my content on next year. I really want to press going to Davis a lot.
Davis is a good lake for around our area.
Really learn that one.
One that I really like, Stampede, Prosser too.
Dude,
both of those ones up there, they're kind of. I wouldn't say they're forgotten about gems, but they're definitely some nice little gems for our local area. About 45-minute drive.
No, they're definitely not forgot about. Because I've watched some YouTubers, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I've watched some pretty hefty professional fishermen go up there and get smoked on some of our local lakes where we actually do pretty good.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder what we've been doing stuck here in Reno, Nevada. And I'm saying this humbly, because I don't know. What if we left and we just sucked at all these other lakes and are just good here? I don't know.
It's one thing we haven't know until we try.
We've only been able to venture out so far financially and with the time-wise. So hopefully next year, there's you know, I really want to go hit Clear Lake. I really want to go hit the Delta. You know, like you said, Folsom. I mean, unfortunately, we got to figure out this whole boat inspection thing because we're from another state.
Dang, golden mussels.
But whatever, right? You know, it's a part of the learning process. What was another one? Like you said, Don Pedro. Yeah. I really want to kind of go to your old neck of the woods. Maloney's, that was another one.
Salt Springs.
Tolic. Gosh, there was another one out in Utah and another one in Idaho that I really want to go hit. I got it written down.
There was a couple I was looking at up there in Idaho when the boat broke because the closest boat
right.
store up there was all the way in Utah. It was only about 2.5 hours away. Right. Idaho, I apologize.
It was, huh?
Yeah, it was right there in Idaho.
Because that's when we were at Wild Horse. That's right. You're right.
Man, I was half tempted to just go, but
it got you to hydro steering.
Yeah, no, I'll say that's definitely probably one of my favorite upgrades I've done in my boat this year.
100%.
The hydro steer.
I will say the Vevor hydro steer kit, Vevor, however you say it. It's a Chinese brand. I don't know. It was probably the cheapest one you could buy, but it was primo to install. Once we got it bled out, boat's killer. Yep. Just make sure your fittings are nice and tight. Yeah. So when they blow off, it's frustrating.
It makes a little bit of a mess too. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Still got some carpet to clean up from that, but luckily this winter I'll be ripping all that old carpet out and
that'd be cool. We should do
all that.
We'll do something about that.
We'll
how to do carpet. You know what I mean?
We'll just have to do a short, maybe not a short, but a decent little video.
Just like a part 1, part 2, part 3. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Like we're still new to the YouTube thing, dude. Hey.
If we can figure out
in the past 10 years, what have we not figured out, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Think about it.
I could say, man, there hasn't been many things that we've come across that we haven't figured out, dude.
What, two trucks in, 5 years almost?
Yeah,
that literally left, and one was because the customer was a dickhead?
Yep.
Both are kind of a dickhead, but, you know, and I mean that. And not any of our other customers, which is crazy. In 5 years, it's only been two. That's it. Would you fucking power stroke, guys? Something about you diesel guys. I don't know. I have no idea.
Hey, man.
The majority of you guys are all right, but man, holy cow. Prima donna.
Oh, yeah.
Take your 90s diesel and go see McDiesel. Those guys do a wonderful job, by the way.
Yeah.
We just repair vehicles and do mild fab and, you know, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind getting back into the race car stuff and all that, but like, I'll be 100% honest with you. Fishing's grabbed my heart so hard that I don't care about any of that.
Yeah, it's definitely been
Even though I know how to do it, I don't care.
Yeah, it's, you know,
I'd rather just fix cars and go fishing.
Getting back into the fishing stuff has definitely been a nice change of pace for the year, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't just say the year, but the last few years, you know. I know before that we were going pretty hard in Honda scene and Toyota scene and off-road scene and everything like that, which, don't get me wrong, I still love all that.
There'll always be a passion for it. I don't hate it. I see these other guys. There's a handful of guys I would love to just sit and talk to.
Yeah.
Like one in particular, like Freddie Gomez. That guy, just watching him over the years is just like any of the DSE guys. Those guys.
Javier too, you know, you said, any of the DSE guys.
I want to talk about a humble, nice human being.
Yeah.
Javier should be right there with the definition of that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That guy is something else. I love that guy.
No, I agree with that 100%.
For sure. But, like, if you look at anyone on their team, any of those guys, like, even, like, especially Warren, because he's out there putting in work right now.
Yeah.
They're killing it, dude.
Heck yeah, they are.
They're killing it.
They found their
and it's all
stuck with
clean money. You know what I mean? Those guys, and those guys didn't break. They didn't give up. They might have taken breaks here and there because we're all getting old, getting families, some get kids, and some of these guys are, you know, going to school for their jobs and whatnot. But for the most part, a lot of these guys never gave up and just kept going.
Just kept going, dude.
I'm excited to see when Javier pulls his car out.
His Nova 2 is,
you know,
that's a cool car. I remember when you got the opportunity to work on that thing for him.
That was cool.
Pull the motor out, do the rear main and oil pan and everything for him. That was definitely a huge blessing right there, you know.
I still, you know, in the time, like, pull it out to go LS.
Yep.
You know, but I get it.
Yeah.
But I still, I feel blessed to have that opportunity.
Yeah, man. Just to know there's the people out there that just trust us because they know who we are and we're not here to shortchange them.
I was gonna say maybe not necessarily who we are. It's just when it comes to auto repair,
the integrity that we
put behind it.
Yeah.
Hey. I've messed up.
Yeah.
You know, 40 years old, man. I've messed
perfect.
up. And
we're all gonna mess up.
If I've gotten the opportunity to fix it though,
oh yeah.
Bro,
always right our wrongs, man.
I do my best, man.
It's who we are as people.
Now, a couple might have slipped through the cracks, and some people might disagree. But you know what? I will tell you, 99% of the people will fucking go to bat for us on that one. You know, I've lost a lot of money going to bat on that one.
But
you know what? It's just
that's all in the name of the game.
It's all come
right?
back.
You got to spend money to make money.
Exactly, dude. It'll the amount of cool people we've met too.
Oh yeah, man. Just the love that we receive in the community too. It's almost unfathomable sometimes. You're like,
some days you wake up, it's almost like it sounds kind of gay, dude. Like a fairy tale. You know what I mean?
No, exactly,
like,
dude. You just
when you tell your people that you get to wake up, and I gotta wake up kind of early. You know. Like, that's another thing. When people be like, I wish I had your schedule. You want to wake up at 3:30, 4 every day?
Shoot, dude.
By all means. And I'm not talking just like Monday through Friday. I say every day. That's 7 days a week.
Your body just gets used to it, man. Like,
well,
there's times you try to sleep in on the weekend and you get to 6 o'clock and you're like, all right, I'm up.
Might as well just get up.
Can't do anything else from here and not going to waste the day.
Even 6 is kind of late. You're like, yo.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I think the only time I sleep past that, it better be a hard week.
We've had some of those recently, but
hey,
like we said, just take them on the chin and keep moving forward,
it's just work, dude.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah, life don't work if you don't work.
And it always gets hectic this time of year. It's we're right here in December, dude. Everybody's stressed out.
Yeah.
So I don't
can't be mad at it at all, dude.
After just the experiences we've had over the past few years, everything I try to take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Man.
At the end of the day, that's all.
What else can you do?
Yeah.
Can't sit and get. I mean, you can, but what's the point of getting mad in traffic when we're all trying to go home at the end of the day?
So that reminds me, NDOT, you better hurry up on them roads, all right?
Come on, man.
Fix them potholes.
Let's go, Q&D. But coming into 26, I really hope, like in closing, because I could sit here and talk to my best friend forever about everything going on, and which is crazy because we live together. But 2026, let's make enough noise that maybe 6 Cents or someone actually notices us. Maybe Tackle Warehouse, somebody, anybody, even if it's just something as far as like a discount code.
Because like a small starting company, man. If you guys got some faith in us, we'll have faith in you.
I throw a lot of jigs. You hand tie jigs and they're nice. Let me know. You want to sponsor me? I will shout you out. I will throw your jigs. Because once I do a walkthrough of my boat and you see the most thrown unit and poles on my boat, you will know jig. Yeah. For sure. Oh man, in any scenario, dude, you start freaking out, you just grab a jig pole, you're 9 times out of 10 going to catch one.
No, you can't go wrong.
Like anybody can go out and throw a jig.
Yeah.
You might lose a bunch until you learn how to use them. One of the most simplistic
things to work with on the boat, I agree with that.
Yeah. As far as simplistic, I don't know. You got water ploppers and stuff like that. Yeah. But like, yes, I know what you're getting to. Yeah. It's just, I think it's to fish one. Technically, it's it takes some talent. Yeah. You got to have a good pole and some good line. Yeah. But you can get away with some moderate stuff and good still
knowledge of where you're at on the lake.
I don't care what style you use. I don't care how expensive. Like, cause look at this. What is this? An Ozark Trail pole? I'd use this in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even care. I'd still catch something, for sure. I know he would too. But on the same leg, I'd much rather use like my G Loomis rod, like something like this, a dedicated drop shot rod. Yeah. Like this is just something I'd rather use. It's got a nice loose reel on here, 10 bearing, quality line. I probably got some Assault line on here because I just started using that. That stuff's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I've been a big fan of the Yozuri this year.
Oh, I see your box.
They're top notch. Their sniper stuff. That's some stuff I want to get more into.
No, sniper was cool. The FC sniper's good stuff, man.
Reline a couple of my poles with that, and I know you guys are big on fishing braid and braid with leaders, but for some reason, man, I've just always been a big fan of just straight fluoro. I know a lot of people will be against it because it holds memory and everything like that, but
everybody has their tactics.
Everyone likes to fish their way,
Like it just depends on what I'm using. Yeah. Like everything right now, because we're in winter, most of my poles had 8, maybe 10-pound test. Yeah. Like, and that's a lot of guys I don't think realize how much a line can actually vibrate. Yeah. When it's thicker or be visually seen, especially right now in winter when water. If we don't have a lot of runoff right now, the water's going to be clear. Yeah. And the fish are going to just have a better visual. Exactly. And when they're already shut down, you want to have every advantage you can get. And this is just stuff that, I've learned, that I've been blessed with between the OGs like my dad, Dante, Ben Milliken, and now following Travis Pitt. Like, there's a lot of these guys that I follow, Travis DeRoe, and local guys, Kyle Linton, even guys down south, the homie Victor. Like, there's just, you kind of watch what they do and talk to these guys and spit, game kind of like what we're doing here.
Yeah, like
and
also,
you end up learning.
Even like you were just mentioning Kyle Linton, he kind of turned me on to Phoenix rods this year. He hooked me up with a couple out of his personal stash that he was looking to get rid of. So
super cool guy.
I say, man, those
guys
have probably
on the lake.
Yeah, those have probably been some of my more favorite poles to throw this year. Were
you like those Phoenix rods?
Those Phoenix rods are actually really nice. I picked up.
Those are cool.
Picked up a good medium heavy from him and a nice BFS one from him, and I'll say probably some of my more favorite fish that I've caught this year came off of those poles. And
that's super cool, man.
Yeah, no.
So I will say, like, right now, probably my G Loomis and NVBASS for sure.
Yeah, NVBASS.
Like, I really dialed in that spinnerbait rod, and that's another go-to for sure. Like, if you guys know me, like, there's 3 go-tos. Anybody, maybe 4, kind of guess it'd be plastics, spinnerbait, a jig, and a crankbait.
Yeah,
those are the 4 things that you will always find on my deck.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll usually see tied onto my pole is usually got a good spinnerbait rod, jig rod, and then I'm a big fan of just straight plastic, no weights, no nothing. I'll fish a bigger plastic.
Well, that comes just from our bank,
Yeah.
Beating the bank.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of places. A lot of guys will go out there and just get frustrated because they'll weigh a lot of things down. Whether you use a Texas rig, Carolina, whatever, which they'll work. Yeah. And I know they do, but when you start getting into anything over 3/8, getting a half ounce, like, dude, you're fishing a pond. Like,
yeah, and that's all lake fishing really is too. Once you and your pops kind of broke it down to me like that, it's just you're just fishing a pond with just more surface area.
That's all it is, dude.
That's all it is.
Until you get to like Orville, then it's like an ocean, compared to what we're doing. So that's
100% there.
Man, we could totally talk about that forever too. But yeah, no, you're right, and that's one thing I do enjoy about when you really look at our lakes as a whole, and you look at how, say, let's use maybe not Kylie Ranch. Let's use Rob's ponds.
Yeah.
It's a bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not a lot of shelves, but it does have a little bit of structure.
Pockets.
It does have pockets, and it does have rocks, and it does have inflow and outflow.
Yep.
So it has all the characteristics of like a natural lake.
Yeah.
Kind of like Wild Horse.
Yeah.
And this is stuff actually Dante was pointing out to me today. These characteristics of these lakes actually bring better fisheries.
Yep.
And it's just, once you're able to kind of look at it in your mind from a topographical view and just say, hey, these are more strategic points that I can use. It really breaks down your day to where you can have more fun fishing, because you typically will catch more fish instead of like searching around just guessing.
Yeah.
You have more starting points.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one thing that where we shine, because being diagnostic technicians for automotive, you have to have multiple starting points to find the actual solution. And it's the same on the lake.
Yep.
It's really no different.
And at the same time, you can't always forget the basics. You always gotta always keep that in the back of your mind too. Just basics. Stuff.
Well, a lot of guys I've noticed, whether they get out, they buy a nice boat, they just throw a bunch of electronics on there, they go, start picking and choosing and seeing flashy stuff. I've done it. I'll see a bunch of stuff that like, oh, that looks cool, without having any strategy behind it.
Yeah.
And like for instance, maybe I can find something back here that would just be good in the moment, but like actually this would be a perfect example for something up here that would be good, because it's a perch color, a lot of bait fish, and just things in general. Bass, smallmouth, spotted bass would really be attracted to something like that. It's got a big bill, so it's gonna dive deeper.
This is the XPS series too.
Yeah, and actually this isn't even
anything
really
fancy,
super expensive, and it's a suspended one.
Yeah.
So that perch color, this right here, in my opinion, I'm not always right, but because this is suspended, it's got a good rattle to it. 3 hooks. Oh yeah, solid rattle. It's got a knocker. And that perch color with the suspended and how deep this goes, You go out and smoke walleye out at Lahontan all day on something like this.
No,
all day.
I gotta give it up to Bass Pro too. There's just the advancements that they really made.
Yeah, look at the quality of this, dude.
Yeah, like you look at the stuff.
Just the paint.
Yeah, when we were kind of getting back into it, you know,
there's just the nose. That looks good.
Just some of the stuff I bought from them in like 23 to 24 was, I'd say it wasn't bad quality, but it wasn't very up there. But you look at a lot of stuff, they're starting like the 24 to 25 year. They really, I don't know if they started doing anything different, but just some of the reaction and everything that I've gotten.
Well, you gotta think
now.
Something like this is probably maybe $10.
Yeah, if that. Probably catching $79.99
right.
or $7.99 out there at Cabela's.
Yeah, but then you get an OSP rig. I don't even remember. Probably $25.
Yeah, it's about common range for an OSP rig.
But the knocker's actually bigger. This is a shallow dive. But if you look at the construction of the lip's constructed better. It's got a better hook on it. You know, just the design quality is better. It's got, I don't know if it's got more roller balls in it or not, but I don't know, about the same. But they're all in one chamber, so the way they knock harder.
Knock louder.
And they're louder.
Fish will hear them better.
Well, I think more than hearing it, I think it's the vibration.
Gotcha.
And I don't know that for sure. But just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
OSP. Shout out to OSP. I know our content might not make to Japan yet, but
one of my favorite JDM baits on the market is
OSP.
Yep. Them and NVBASS, you know.
Bro. I cannot wait to do the walkthrough of my boat, man.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to.
Yeah.
But that's the difference, you know? I mean, you just, which is crazy because that $10 isn't too far off. They've really, like you just said, and I couldn't agree with you more. They've really stepped it up. And this is something I would be completely okay and confident.
Yeah, throwing it out here.
And, you know, looking at how they got the eyelid in there and just it's in there pretty good. I don't think it would rip out. You'd be able to rock this thing all day. Yeah, it'd get damaged, but I don't think it would break.
I think that's one of the things you got to come to expect with fishing, though. You know, everything's not going to remain perfect, especially if you're out there using it and catching fish. You're going to run it into rocks. Fish are going to run it into rocks when they're running with them, and.
But like a 4K shad, silent, this is something I should go throw on my boat. This is good for winter right here.
Yeah.
I have no idea why it's sitting in here, other than I probably have one in the boat already.
Yeah.
But something like this, you know, a 6 cents unit, I love these guys. Like, and they're reasonable.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit more than Bass Pro Shops, but if you look at the quality,
they're still reasonably priced and
makes sense why range, you know they're $15 instead of 10. But you see why they're not 25.
Yeah.
You know, and coming into 26, I want to definitely do more reviews like this of stuff that we use, because this is 100%, 110% something I would use. If I went to Topaz tomorrow, with the temperatures that we've had, I would probably try to throw this. It may or may not work. It's not the right color really, but a 4K shad, just because it's silent, I think would have more of an advantage right now than something that's banging.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys would disagree right now, but if you fish Nevada, northern Nevada, you would know how prevalent and just how deadly a silent jerkbait is.
Yeah.
You know, or something small, like a peso, really small body with a, you know, like a blade like that. That right there, pesos, killer.
I think my favorite thing about the pesos is they're such a good, like, all-around rig.
Oh yeah.
Even when we go
when you're having a pressure day
or anything, and you're just fishing for crappie or something.
Oh yeah. Even bass.
Yeah.
We caught a lot of bass on them.
Yeah.
But man, you know, I really gotta probably wrap this up, because you're supposed to do 10 minutes, you know, but you know, if it's still recording, we're good.
What a better way to run an introduction video.
Yeah,
Get to know us, get into a little bit of our content, and
I agree.
Just start dropping some knowledge on people, you know.
And like I said, everything's raw and uncut. So with that being said, wrapping up 2026, all we want to do is just give you the real. Give you Jeff Hand, give you David Valentine. Got a couple other people I want to interview. I'd love to get Pat in here. I'd love to have David talk to his dad, drop that, and just, you know, maybe eventually if we can get some more cameras in here and figure out how to make this room accommodate at least 4 people, I think that would be perfect. Because this is not only our fishing room, we store all our stuff inside, because as you know, man, when you start tournament fish, that stuff gets
Yeah.
expensive, and A,
It
you
does.
don't want it to get stolen. B, outside in the elements, it gets broken, it gets hurt,
Weather.
weathered. So the house stays 68. I'm
Yep.
okay with that. But again, this is Jeff Hand and my buddy David Valentine. We're Nevada Bass, and hopefully we can bring you something good. If you're still here throughout all this, I appreciate you. Thank you. Please, 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 if you enjoy this, man, just like and subscribe. If you're a hater, just drop a hateful comment. But if you're not, man, drop something nice. That's it. That's it.
That's all it is.
Peace.